But when you accuse someone of actually doing something that is a material thing, and it is a complete lie, that's like a dangerous claim to make. It's defamatory.
What's going on, you guys? So we have Emma Vigeland exposing Anna Kasparian. Emma Vigeland is joined by Sam Cedar, and she is going in on Anna's lies. Let's get into it.
Morning. Obviously, the chaos had unfolded over the weekend. Sam begrudgingly weighed in, clarified that, of course, they'd never taken money for an ad read by the Kamala Harris campaign. And then they did their entire show for 3 hours. But at the tail end, somebody sends a question during the IM segment and gets a little bit of the tea pried out of them. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
This isn't about you. She has some issues bubbling up. Keep up the great work, everyone.
Thank you. It seems clear, but yeah, just odd lies.
You are having an emotional breakdown right now.
A little bit. Odd lies about the Majority Report doing paid ads for the Kamala Harris campaign. Odd lies about that I would not be able to work for a living for the rest of my life. I'm apparently said to her, I got news for her. If I wasn't working, like I work to make a wage and to pay my bills. I can't even conceive of the kind of money she's talking about. And I certainly didn't say that to her, but it feeds into like an existing right-wing meme about me. And she's,
and that's the comment that Anna made, that Emma wouldn't have to work a day in her life if she didn't want to, right?
Yeah.
She said that Emma told her behind the scenes once that, oh, if she didn't want to, she didn't have to work a day in her life thanks to her parents' wealth. And as I said on the show the other day, even if that was true, which I doubt it is true, Emma Vigeland just said it's not true, so I'll take her word for it, I suppose. But even if it was true, and even if that is something that she shared, I can hardly see Emma Vigeland boasting about it, like sharing it in a braggadocious way. Hey, by the way, Anna, guess what? Me, I don't have to work a day in my life if I don't want to. My parents so rich, I don't have to work a fucking day in my life. Like, I just cannot see Emma Vigeland bragging about that. I can't see her taking that tone when disclosing that piece of information, even if it was correct or accurate, which again I kind of doubt it is.
Oh, 100%. And listen, it also just doesn't stack up with the stories that Emma has told us when she's been on our own podcast, right? When she's come on the Vanguard, she's talked about how DYT didn't really pay her enough when she was first starting out. She wasn't able to have her own apartment. She had to live with her parents. If she was rolling in dough, if she had a fucking massive trust fund that was going to be a gravy train for her entire life, pretty sure she would have just...
And I feel bad for Sam Cedar, who's getting dragged into all this. It's clear that he doesn't really want to talk about, the differences in personalities, which it seems like it's just boiling down to. It seems like Anna Kasparian is rubbed the wrong way by just Emma Vigeland's existence in general, and Emma Vigeland is starting to get a little bit more riled up, feeling like she has to defend herself.
Just gotten herself a nice little 1-bedroom in Manhattan instead of living with her parents, right? I'm pretty sure that she would have not been so stressed about how little money she was making. And also, a lot of people on the left don't understand or don't appreciate the fact that you can come from a wealthier background. You can come from a background of privilege, and it doesn't mean that you have this fabulous generational wealth that's going to take care of you for the rest of your life. It might just mean that, yeah, I didn't ever have to worry about where my meals were coming from. I did get to play sports after school. My parents paid for that. And yeah, they helped me with the college fund, right? That is an extreme privilege. It's a huge leg up. A lot of people are really grateful for that, but it doesn't mean they go the rest of their lives without working. It doesn't mean that they don't have to earn an income. It doesn't mean that their parents are paying their rent every single month, paying all of their credit card bills, paying for all their stuff, right? That would be ridiculous.
But she was totally joking about saying she was jealous.
I have two reactions to that.
Yeah.
One is, let's talk about a pay reduction.
Yeah.
Two, I remember when I was feeling down about my role on Bob's Burgers, and I called Tim Pool. As Tim Pool told everybody that I, in confidence, had told him I was very upset about what was going on there.
It's embarrassing.
And when he broke my confidence in that moment, that was also very difficult for me. So I have this type of experience.
Sam is being facetious for people who don't know.
The capacity. Like I didn't get too involved in this, and Cenk was upset about me calling him something that I never called him, and apparently this is what triggered his big jihad against us. That's fine. I don't care. I'm happy not to have conversations with him.
If you guys like this vid, subscribe for more content like this.
But to claim that we got advertising money, and people who watch the show, you know who pays our advertising things. I read them. And like the whole point of advertising is to read the advertisement.
To expose it to your audience.
But the insinuation is that you would have to come clean about it. Is that we have gotten money from somebody. In this instance, the claim was that we had taken money from the Harris campaign to promote her without telling the audience. Now, here's the thing. People can say we're hacks, we're DNC shills, we're MSDNBC or whatever it is, or
MSNBC or Sam.
or, you know, we're
Shit
commies or shit libs or whatever. It doesn't like the whole range. Like that's an opinion. But when you accuse someone of actually doing something that is a material thing, and it is a complete lie, that's like a dangerous claim to make. It's defamatory.
I would agree.
And
It's
that's
in writing.
crazy. Also, let everyone remember that Sam Cedar, maybe a month or so ago, invited Cenk on the Majority Report to have this discussion, to have this conversation. If Cenk really felt that he had evidence to this effect, he could have come on this show and said it to their face, challenged them and said, hey, you want to mock me for my poly market investment? What the hell? You guys have been taking money from the DNC and I got the receipts. You guys have been promoting Kamala Harris and I got the receipts. You're corrupt. That could have ended the Majority Report's reputation single-handedly. It could have ended their credibility in the space. It certainly would have massively tarnished the way I feel about, you know, Sam and Emma's integrity and that of the show, right? If I found that out. But of course that didn't happen because Cenk has no evidence. He's just making shit up. Same thing with Anna Kasparian. She's just making shit up.
And I think that's what Sam Cedar is getting at in the first place when he brought up Tim Pool, how, you know, he said, oh, yeah, he betrayed my trust by saying that I was upset I didn't get picked for Bob's Burgers. It's like he just didn't pick up on the nuance of what I was trying to say. I think that's something that he's calling out Anna Kasparian for, as far as she's not really picking up the nuances in these discussions where it's not an actual attack on you, to where we're saying, hey, what are you guys covering? Like, what's the deal? Where are we at politically on this issue whenever people are covering it a certain way? And she is taking it as an attack. So is Cenk Uygur, and they are getting pretty butthurt about it to the point to where they're just, you know, saying hurtful things, saying things that aren't even true, attempting to throw people under the bus for people that are uninformed, for going along with right-wing storylines. So it really does show a lack of maturity on Anna Kasparian's part, on Cenk Uygur's part as well, to where they're not able to have an actual discussion about, you know, why are they reporting on things a certain way, or what are their intentions, what are their motives.
She's the one who said this. She's just making shit up with absolutely no proof.
Oh, 100%. And look, the fact that he brought it up as defamatory, I think is a real shot at the fact that Cenk's been trying to promote himself as a reputable news outlet. I don't think Sam's actually interested in litigating against the Young Turks. Of course not. But it is a fly in the face. So, you know, it's a little bit of a strike in the fact that, oh, I'm the real serious journalist. Like, no, you're not. You don't have any receipts. In the fact that you couldn't even wrestle Tim Pool to the ground metaphorically when you guys were having a debate about Tenet Media, right? When you do have the receipts, you know, now you're just making shit up, right?
True. That's such a great point. Yeah.
It's crazy.
He totally let Tim Pool bulldoze him in that exchange, even though he did have the receipts. You're right.
And on top of all of that,
There we have it, you guys. It's Anna Kasparian and Sam Cedar really defending themselves. It's a shame they have to defend themselves against Anna Kasparian and Cenk Uygur, against, you know, ones that were seen as peers at one point, now are going after them, wanting to run some sort of like quasi smear campaign. And it's, you know, it's very, very childish, all of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's another day in the progressive way.